rimasto dopo il lungo viaggio che avete fatto per la realizzazione di questo documentario? Quanto è rimasto rispetto come visione, cosa è rimasto come visione della Sicilia rispetto a quella che si ha negli Stati Uniti, da tutto ciò che arriva nelle
After this long journey you took in Sicily, what actually remained of the vision you had coming in before you started this whole project, or of the vision that people in America had of Sicily?
Well, I think any film evolves when you do it, and I think we would like to be able to share this with the people in the United States and introduce them to other aspects of Sicilian culture.
Ogni film cambia nel sviluppo e noi siamo molto interessati a dare questa visione nostra anche alla gente negli Stati Uniti.
Abbiamo fatto vedere il film a qualche persone, un po' selezionati, non molti, però è chiaro che è un'immagine della Sicilia che gli americani non conoscono. E io ricordo per esempio anche le riprese che abbiamo fatto dalle momie e la reazione degli americani che hanno visto questo. Questo da solo è già una scoperta molto forte, anche i siti che non sono conosciuti. Grazie. Sì.
Grazie.
Good evening, this is for LoudVision. I wanted to ask, this film has been conceived as the making of a fictional film that you haven't been shooting yet, but then it took more breadth, a wider breadth, and it became a film itself. What can you tell us about it?
About the fictional film?
No, about this process that from the making of, this film turned out to be a film itself.
Well, that was the treat of doing it. So, because we've been talking about it for such a long time, and then the idea when Juliana spoke to me the first time about doing something in Sicily, I thought within my limited amount of time, if I could enlist Roman, because he speaks Italian, he's a good friend, and he knows me, and he's a wonderful puppeteer, and that he could sort of be the sculptor, and I could be the clay. And I think that it's a lot more than what we imagined, especially framed with Camilleri's insights.
So are you going to shoot the fictional film in the future?
Well, we'd like to, because it's not really the making of yet. It was more about discovering, pursuing the idea of the film that could be made, right? But it was not yet a making of, strictly speaking. It was, it's all virtual.
Sometimes the making of something is more interesting than what comes out. I mean, it's true. I mean, I've been in movies that have been tremendously dramatic to make, and then you see the movie and it's terrible. You know what I mean? And you're like, wow, the making of it was so interesting. You know what I mean?
So it's a quest.
Yeah,
it's a quest.
That's part of life, also too. But this is a very unusual, thing to be involved in.
And clearly you have a lot of memories from your family about what it means to be Sicilian and what it meant at that time to live there and then leave your country to go to America. Comparing to what your family had told you about Sicily, did you find a similar situation, a similar civility, or something different?
They never talked that much about Sicily. They talked about, certain writers, certain music, but it wasn't something that was that discussed in my house. It wasn't until I was introduced there physically and started, reading certain authors and sort of films that were set there that I learned a little bit about them. But I was surprised. I was surprised how diverse it is and how different everybody looks, and the history of the different people who ruled there. I really was. It's a very different place. It's like its own country.
Okay. Thank you very much. Still
Prima Edoardo De Filippo. quindi adesso la Sicilia e Mimo Coticchio e i suoi pupi. C'è l'idea di lei come attore come una spugna, che vuole imparare dagli altri, vuole imparare anche per le tecniche attoriali di altri paesi. È un atteggiamento che secondo lei dovrebbero avere più attori e poi soprattutto come l'ha cambiata come attore.
I hope that enlarges you. You know, you're being introduced like any, you know, terrific literature. If you're being exposed to someone someone doesn't know, like, you know, working with Roman, I'm working with, you know, maybe his sensibility or how he sees something. That's part of the interesting thing, is to work on wonderful material. And I think there's a lot of writers, you know, here that people don't know, and it's been an education for me, and a real joy to get to attempt, you know, to work on wonderful material. So, and material that's still relevant. You know, when you talk about someone like Eduardo, he writes about, you know, the economic problems that Italy had, and that the world has now, again. And so, to me, you know, I'm interested in all different kinds of writers, but certainly maybe more so the people who come from here.
Qual è il film che ti ha appassionato di più?
What's your favorite film? The film that gave you motivation?
My favorite film?
That's a trick question.
That's a trick question. That's a hard question. I mean, if I say one film, I can't say one film. There are filmmakers that I love. You know, two of the films I've been watching recently are both set in Sicily. I've been watching recently again are the two Pietro Germi films, Tutto Abbandonato, and Divorce Italian Style. Those two films I've been watching recently. I'm a big fan of those two films.
Qual è il tuo futuro?
What's your future?
My future? What do you think? What do you want to read?
What
do you say? Do you want to read my head?
What did you say?
If you can tell me what's in store for me, because the sooner I know, the better. You know what I mean? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was kidding.
Ragazzi, grazie a tutti.
A little gossip news.